tonight.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh,
it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Steele. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And again, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs 1st down as he'll get this down to the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
2nd and short. Is it a no-brainer to think I give it to my fullback and I pick it up?
You would think a no-brainer, but that time able to hit him for a loss.
Yeah, definitely was not a gimme, was it?
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their 1st drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. A 1st carry for Najee Harris. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
Play action. It's Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tershawn Wharton, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Wilson. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Wilson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. George Pickens from 10 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that one an 8-play drive that spans 75 yards. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And fighting down inside the 25. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pickens on the slant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. In motion left goes a tight end. On the ground, it's Harris. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And this time he is in. Yes. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll start across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. Mahomes now on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now Johnson. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 9.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 32 yards.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Now, here's another carry for Harris. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
43 yards rushing now in the opening quarter of this AFC Championship game. First and 10, it's Patterson. Down inside the 40.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They're going for it. This is Harris. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They run for it with Harris. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now it's another carry for the fullback Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy from 8 yards out.
And the Chiefs have retaken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now Wilson on first down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
63 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
First down, and they go back to Harris. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive imposing its will.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. There's Wilson to throw. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Third down, here's Patterson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers have moved out in front.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. He goes 86 yards on the kick return.
And the Chiefs have yet again retaken the lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now it's Wilson.
Open man, there's Darnell Washington.
Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Come on now, let's do this.
Throwing is Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one goes for 36 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it. Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket. And
that throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they have taken the lead.
In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Boswell for the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one? So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Mahomes going to throw. That is caught. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes to throw once more.
Again, it's Johnson.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
121 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On second down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Nick Bolton
able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
With a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Harris running straight ahead. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
2 yards to go, second down.
They'll run again with Harris. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Here's Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Patterson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
And they'll run again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers add 6 to their lead.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
On first down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Mahomes to throw on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
159 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down, and then...
That one out wide and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it is the Minnesota Vikings who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. The Steelers got a solid performance in that first half from their veteran QB, Russell Wilson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
On second down, here's Wilson. Staying on his feet. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. On first down, Wilson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And while all of that was going on with the sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Second and 11 at the 41. First throw now for the backup, Allen. A short one there to Freiermuth. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now here's Allen. That is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Now 2nd and 9.
Patterson on the draw play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. This is Harris on the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
4th down, here's Wilson.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Now a give to the first man through, and that's Johnson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Mahomes now to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll be brought down at the 37.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mahomes now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And again, it's Mahomes. With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Pacheco is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Wilson. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They run again with Harris. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the fourth quarter still to come. We're in the third. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. They'll run with Harris.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know a Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now it's another carry for the fullback Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Down right around the 25.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. operating from the red zone now. Mahomes. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now Mahomes. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
It's complete, and they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add two more. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by two more. And they turn the pick six into a pick eight with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 1. Looking to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Mahomes will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now it's Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he gets this up past the 40. Now Wilson on first down. And that's incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They hand this off to Harris. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Loose inside the 30, inside the 10.
And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now it's Mahomes again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back to throw again.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
2nd down and 6 now.
Back to throw here. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 4. Harris running straight ahead. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd down and 3. Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh 1st. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That
That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
43, 15.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. 55's mine, guys, 55. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll set up to throw. Pass caught left side by Humphries. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
And yet again, it's Humphries.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Hopkins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Caught. Kelce, left side.
And Kelce's going to have a Chiefs 1st down as he's brought down at the 16.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Halted in his tracks by Keanu Benton.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet,
but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run again with Harris and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life, what I need. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper